I'm Ariana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So what attracted you to playing the role of Gloria?
Um, I was just attracted to the movie more than anything. I feel very connected to the story, and I think most kids of color who come from inner city who are passionate about art at a young age are would also be connected to this story. And so I feel lucky to be in it in that way. And then I also I feel like Kadir feels like the younger version of me, and Gloria feels like the college version of me. So I feel like I got a little bit of everything by being in the movie.
Well, how do you relate to Kadir and how do you relate to Gloria? Hopefully there's been no stick ups in your past.
No, I mean just more of like I think I think Kadir's journey will be similar to Gloria's. He's just in high school. So in high school, you have all this angst and this frustration, and you don't know where to put it. You're frustrated at the world, you're frustrated at your circumstances, and you end up in, the dumbest situations, sometimes dangerous situations. I've never been in dangerous situations, but I could have been. And then in college, you have this awakening where you feel like you get to make mistakes in the discovery of yourself. And so that's sort of the ways I relate to both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but how is it like as Coral as post grad? You're like in it, you're not studying it, you're doing it to kind of see each version, even the Gloria version, and go like, wow, I've actually grew more than I even knew was possible.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's funny because in high school you think you know it all, and then in college you think you know it all. And so it's I'm looking back and I'm realizing, okay, I didn't know anything. I probably still don't know anything, and that's probably the major difference of realizing like you will always never know, you'll always grow and you'll always expand. Um but I have such a soft place in my heart for both the high school versions of me and the college versions of me, or the anyone who looks like me, because I think all those mistakes are an important part of growing.
Yes. So Gloria is both close to both Louis and Kadir, even though they're such different characters. Why do you think she cares about them so much and it feels connected to them?
It's funny because when I got casted in the movie, I immediately hounded Aristotle with like, "This is Gloria's backstory. This is what I'm thinking. This is how I think things have gone," and he was just sort of yes-anding to everything. And I created this idea in my head that Louis was sort of like a surrogate, like godfather. He's like when you live in a neighborhood long enough, especially one like Washington Heights, you or the Bronx or wherever you see familiar faces over and over again, and you feel this kinship and this protection, and um you just feel really like loved even though you don't know this person.
Mhm.
And so I think Louis was just a fixture in her life, her whole life. That's what I've created since she was a kid. um and then yeah, I think Gloria is trying to be the mentor to Kadir that she wished she had. And so she sees this young talent, this young seemingly troubled talent, and I think she's trying to connect to him and trying to yeah, mentor him as the best she can for someone who's in college and also probably needs a mentor.
Yes. So that you were talking about your passion for art. Obviously, acting is an art. Are you interested in any other type of art? Because your character Gloria likes to draw and
Yeah,
do
I
photography.
wish I wish I had any visual art abilities. I painting is amazing, sculpture is amazing. I got none of that. None of that is in my brain. I do love music, and I grew up singing, and I play the guitar. Um, so more performance art, but I wish I could do visual art. That's another part that attracted me to Gloria, that I could pretend to actually be talented in anything other than what I can do.
Yeah. So Gloria has this boyfriend who, my point of view, is a bit of a mismatch. I feel like she's dating him because this is how like a professional artist would date this bit of a pretentious intellect.
Right.
Did you kind of have a backstory about their relationship and where it would go?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's someone who saw her talent, and she was just so starry-eyed and a little just just unfamiliar with like college and with this, the way to talk about art is using these words, and here are famous artists that you should be referencing, and it was all new. And I think um it's easy for someone like that to be like trapped under the shadow of someone who feels like they know more, you know. So I think do I think it's a relationship that'll last a long time? I don't think so. I hope not, not for Gloria's sake. But I think it makes sense, and I think a lot of particularly young college girls would probably relate to feeling so nervous in a new setting that they sort of allow for their shine to be muffled, you know, for their brightness to be clouded. Yeah.
For sure, completely.
I
It was
felt like
awesome.
you had a memory behind
Yes,
that. You were like, aha.
I know. Nightmares. But yeah, I definitely can understand what Gloria is going through for feeling seen for the first time and feeling kind of dedicated and loyal to that being seen
Yeah.
when it's not the only time that will happen.
No.
However, I really appreciate the time you took to talk to me, and I hope to talk about future projects with you. And congrats on this premiere.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.